What is going on, CLG FGC YouTube? I'm Brian F, Street Fighter player for CLG, and I'm here to kick off the CLG FGC YouTube channel. So I'm going to get you up to speed on Street Fighter V and its competitive history, and what better way to figure out what moments to highlight than to go to Twitter and ask the people. And I got the top 4 moments voted by the people on Twitter for the best Street Fighter V moments of all time. So coming up first moment is, of course, the legendary L.I. Joe Evo Top 8 run in 2016. So leading up to this moment, L.I. Joe is actually in loser's bracket fighting to qualify for Top 8, and there's only one more person in his way to secure the qualification for Top 8, and that is Kazunoko, one of the greatest fighting game players of all time, multi-game champion, and that is the person sitting in the way of L.I. Joe qualifying for Top 8, and this is how it went down.
Go to the other side.
Air to air again. Joe gets the throw.
And now he has it close to stun. Chooses not to keep the pressure up though.
Yeah, was scared of the V trigger. All right, Kazunoko going to be able to confirm. Maybe spend the X. No.
Excellent block on the cross up.
Is that?
That's dead for sure. L.I. Joe is in top 8 of Evo.
Definitely dead as his friends rush him on the stage. The LI crew there in full force. He makes it into top 8, but the journey doesn't end there, because obviously we have the top 8 itself. I mean, look at this stage, look at the stakes, look at the amount of people in the stadium. 5,000 man tournament coming to this top 8, and this is where L.I. Joe has to play. This tournament was so big that it was actually aired on ESPN. He unfortunately goes on to lose against Fujimura Yukon at the time, 3-2 after this win, closing his run out at 5th place. But this was definitely a run that the FGC will always remember, the time when L.I. Joe made top 8, doing it for America, doing it big, and with one of the greatest storylines we've seen in the FGC ever. All right, this was the second most requested moment for the greatest Street Fighter V moments of all time. Mena coming back from the brink for his Capcom Cup win. And yeah, this moment was very big. Here we have Mena RD from Dominican Republic kissing the Capcom Cup right there after his victory. Mena is going into Capcom Cup ranked 25th in the world. If you don't know how Capcom Cup works, it's basically the Super Bowl and the playoffs all wrapped up into one. But he wasn't anyone's favorite. No one would have called Mena going this far in this bracket, but he was having the run of a lifetime, going all the way to grand finals. And in fact, he was in winner's side grand finals. And here we have the closing moments where Mena brings it home to the Dominican Republic.
A couple more. Oh, boys! One more!
Gonna do it!
One more!
No, not quite.
Mena is on the verge of doing it. Tokido has to stay alive. He can't get touched. If that big boy, he does it!
There it is, Mena RD! He's our Capcom Cup 2017 champion, coming from the losers.
And there, his fellow Dominican friends and comrades rush the stage. This was not just a win for Mena RD. This was a win for a region that was previously underrepresented and under-respected by the Street Fighter community. All right, the second most voted moment for Street Fighter V best moments was Idom taking Capcom Cup against Punk. Idom was another Cinderella story of someone no one expected to win Capcom Cup, doing it big and taking it home. And of course, it wouldn't be one of the best moments of all time if Idom did not make the impossible possible. After a 3-2 bracket reset, narrowly avoiding being eliminated from the tournament by Punk, Idom runs it all the way back, and he ends up switching to Poison in the final game after losing one match. And of course, it ends up working out for him. Idom busting out the Poison, a very underrepresented character at this time in Street Fighter V. She had just released within this year. And of course, he gets the job done. And you can see here, this was the Capcom Cup winning combo that Fierce Punch heard around the world, where Idom closes it out, wins Capcom Cup, unsponsored, relatively unknown, from New York, the person no one thought could do it. Now, before we get into the final, by far most voted moment for best Street Fighter V moments in history, I wanted to throw in a couple of honorable mentions, a couple of fun moments. Of course, we have this one from Astro Crab. Phenom Nikali command grabbing Daigo 5 times in a row. Not spectacular, but very entertaining. This was still very early in Street Fighter V in Season 1 2016, so the meta was still being figured out, but this moment was huge because it's Daigo Umehara, by far the most famous fighting game player of all time, a legend in the Street Fighter community, getting scooped repeatedly by Phenom, and this was just a spectacular moment. And the last honorable mention, we have this one here from Eliza Ian. Kbrad popping off on Wolfkrone at final round 20, I believe it was 2017. We can see how this went down. Takes the headphones off to let him know. Every face here tells a story. It's like a painting, every single reaction you see. Now we're leading into the final, most memorable moment as voted by you for Street Fighter V competitive history, and this moment had more than triple the second place most voted moment. This by far was the most requested moment to cover for Street Fighter V, and is undoubtedly the most impactful. And that is, of course, Tokido winning EVO 2017 over Punk the God. Hobby here says, Tokido resetting Punk in grand finals of EVO 2017 is no lie what got me to play fighting games, and many other people in that Twitter thread echoed the same sentiment. Punk was the most dominant player by far in the 2017 season, something he also repeated in the 2019 season. You can see here the number of points Punk has is 3,080 CPT points. He was eating premieres for breakfast and rankings as a snack on his lunch break. He was just dominating the CPT season. Tokido, though, Tokido is on loser's side of the bracket, and I'll just let the clip speak for itself.
Trying to get that. Oh no, ate it. He just ate the dive kick. And oh, beautiful side switch there from Tokido there. He has the opportunity to go either direction. He said, oh, gonna be a stun.
Very close. He hit a button. He's so genius. The taunt. He did a taunt combo to Punk in grand finals of EVO. I've never seen him do anything like that.
Tokido actually busts out the taunt combo to take the first game with confidence, and definitely positioned himself to win, because from here on out we saw Tokido dismantle Punk, taking grand finals and ultimately taking EVO 2017 over Punk the God. One of the most legendary sets of all time. You need to watch this set if you want to understand the hype that Street Fighter V can bring. And the closing statement from Tokido at EVO of that year kind of sums it up. Fighting games are something so great. And that's all I have for this video. Hopefully that helped introduce some great moments to people who might not have been as familiar with Street Fighter V's competitive history. Let me know if you had any favorite moments that I didn't mention, or which favorite moments I did mention from this video were from you in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next CLG video. Peace.